Okay guys, we're back today with a quick update on the 1998 Buick LeSabre, and before we begin, I would like to apologize. It's going to be windy as usual, so I'm going to try to block that out the best I can. But anyways, we've owned the car for right over 2 months now, and I've put right over 7,000 miles on it, so that's a lot of driving in 2 months. So anyways, I figured it would be properly time for an update before we get hit with another snowstorm. We actually got hit about a week ago, and it warmed up to like 55 degrees and everything melted. I'm actually in a really weird location right now. I tried to film over there. There was like fire or something. This fire truck rolled out. That's a firehouse. Anyways, hopefully I don't get interrupted again. So coming back to the car, it's been right over 7,000 miles. I bought it with 72,000 miles on it. It has 79,000 on it right now. And it's pretty much been problem-free, as a 70,000 mile car would, hopefully suggest. It's 20 years old as well, so I guess there's kind of a trade-off as well. But since I've owned it, I've only put brake lines on it, rear brake lines that is. My mechanic said it's going to need front brake lines eventually, and fuel lines. They're looking a little weak, so that's something I probably would behoove myself to get done eventually. I'll probably get that taken care of in the spring. This car does a lot of sporadic driving on the highway. There's a lot of braking and going and, stuff like that, is to where I probably wouldn't want to be stranded. So the car gets done about 150 miles a day. So it's a good idea of how much I'm actually in the car. I drove the car to Chicago a little over a month ago, and it did great. It went to Chicago there and back, and pretty much one tank of gas. That was close to 600 miles. I got about 450 to 500 miles out of this tank, which I think that was averaging almost 30 miles a gallon. I think it was like 29.8 or something crazy like that. That was purely just doing the speed limit and keeping it on cruise control most of the time. I wasn't in a hurry to get there, so it did great. I couldn't have asked for more out of a car like this. So basically, the car has changed since the last update video. I actually had the windows tinted. Driving this thing around was a fishbowl. I mean, it has a low belt line. The headrests are so small. You can just, everyone can see inside this. So I actually had a 20% on the side windows, and one of my friends tinted this, and there's a reason you don't see a lot of these cars with this window style, such as the Bonnevilles and the Oldsmobiles and stuff like that. A lot of window tinters actually won't tint these. They're just very hard and confusing the tint just by the shape of the front windows. So yeah, there's that for that. The back window is a 5%, so no one could see in the back unless you really look close. I mean, it's really still hard to see in the back there. But that's just purely because, again, I'm driving the car all the time, and I just don't want people seeing inside. It's nice to have the extra privacy, and it was worth it. So that factor right there was definitely worth it. And I actually also bought these GM window deflectors, rain visors, whatever you want to call them. That's a GM accessory. I found those on eBay, actually. Got really lucky to find those. I got lucky and I didn't, I guess. They were in the packaging for 20 plus years, so that being said, the 3M tape actually dried out as expected. So I hit the guy with the lower ball offer. I think I paid 45 bucks for these or something. So I peeled the tape off and put new 3M tape on the back, and I applied them, which pretty much went good for the most part, other than this that came loose up there. So I may just try to pack it full of Gorilla Glue, as I really don't care. Or I may hit it with a small little screw and pack it full of silicone. We'll see. I also picked up a rock chip right there. It's a nice sized rock chip. Got some winter wiper blades on the car. Those work awesome. And that's by far the best wiper blades I've used. And I'm starting to pick up a few more rock chips on the front. I'm not concerned with it. It's a cheap car. So yeah, headlights are probably going to need to be replaced eventually. They're not going out, but I would definitely like to have some brighter headlights, which I'm sure would definitely help if I were to upgrade those. So we had a bunch of snow, and wind is really blowing hard right now, so I'm trying to block that out. But I actually had 2 snow tires put on the front of the car, as the back ones, I don't really find a need for that. It's just more or less a waste of money at this point. Anyways, doing a lot of driving in the snow, I wanted to get some snow tires. The car did fine with the 10-year-old tires on the front, but I want that extra security. So these are Cooper Weathermaster ST2s. As you can see, they are very, very aggressive looking, and I don't know how long they're going to last. I guarantee I'll probably only get one season out of them, but if I do have some tread and I do have the car next year, I'll obviously put these on the back of the car and get new ones for the front. They weren't that expensive. I bought them from my local tire shop, which thankfully my local tire shop actually earned my business. I had plans to go to Discount Tire, and I only wanted 2 snow tires. I'm the customer, I'm right, it's okay? I don't need a bunch of, 15-year-olds telling me that working at a tire store telling me to put my tires on the back. This is basically what had happened. Discount Tire has a policy, which again, I can respect that, but I don't like it. They're gonna put, if I were to buy 2 snow tires from Discount Tire, they were gonna put them on the back and put my Pirellis on the front, my drive tires. And the reason for that is you can fishtail. That's just a sales gimmick to get people to buy 4 tires. If you drive in the snow and have any type of driving knowledge, you're gonna know how to drive with a little bit of slippage in the back. It happens all the time. But anyways, yeah, Discount Tire lost my business there, and actually the local tire store actually gave me a better price on tires, and these are better tires. So Discount Tire, shove it. Up yours. So yeah, pretty much about a month ago. Also, the rocker panels on these cars are weak as hell, and that's no exception with this one. As you can see, the rust is just kind of taking its toll on the car and just disformed them, and that's bottom fender's gone. So I did what I could do, and I taped them off, and I truck bed lined them as, just to keep it kind of pretty looking. As you can see, the car wash, he just kind of ripped it all off. Again, it's a work car. I have my Focus, for the nice days. So I'm still going to try to preserve this as best I can. But again, it's a little bit of rust here and there is going to hurt no one. And this is definitely a nice car, even if it was somebody's primary car. There's a little bit of rust coming in there, but I'm not worried about that. Back Pirellis, I actually tire shined them, but we're still doing about 90% tread life right there, which is really good. And again, the rocker panels on this side, they're not too hot, but they're painted black, so they look all right. I kind of just, yeah, they're gone, but it is what it is. It's no big deal. So coming out in here, this generation of the LeSabre was really not known for aging very well. This one, though, is kind of an exception. Other than this, my pants have kind of turned them blue, which is all right. And they were a little ripped right here, but that's just the way the soft leather is going to be. So other than that, they've, aging all right. But coming on in, as you can see, I added just an aftermarket floor mat, just to keep all the water and just keeping it from getting musty and gross. This car really smells like it smells like old leather in here. Which, if you know what I'm talking about, it smells pretty good actually. So as you can see, 79,000 miles. I've gone about that far on this tank of gas. I average about 26 miles a gallon. With the snow tires, without them, I got about 28. So definitely a bit of a sacrifice, but no big deal. Concert sound, you have 2 tweeters on the doors over there, and it's a 6-speaker sound with the tweeters. So for what it is back in the day, it sounded pretty good, and it still sounds all right. You just have to tune it to your song choice and whatnot. There's a little bit of headache with that, but it's all right. Door panels are all aging all right. As far as my ownership, nothing's changed. They all get this way. All the coating peels. I mean, it is what it is. So 90s GM, what are you gonna do? The only thing I've noticed that is kind of low quality is this turn signal clicker. I think there's like a plastic clip in there that breaks over time. So at least my high beams still work. These are notorious for high beams going out, so at least that still works. But I think the plastic clip in there broke because it kind of sits. It just kind of, the top one works, but the bottom, it just kind of sits. But yeah, you can just see it in person, know what I'm talking about. You have traction control right there, traction control. ABS works good, traction control works all right. It's 90s GM, that's really all I can say for you. Leather wrapped wheels doing really good. A lot of these are, I mean, just go on Craigslist and look at these cars, guys. They're beat to hell. This is really, it's kind of a cherry in a way. Power steering is effortless. This is the easiest power steering I've ever had. Transmission's awesome. It's a 4-speed. It's awesome for a 4-speed, really. I don't really know why I said it's awesome, but it gets the job done. It's a smooth power car. So I have everything else hooked up in here, all my power stuff. This is a power, you can turn the power button on and off when you want your, it's a 90s GM, so it runs power all the time. So you have power outlets here, USB, Bluetooth converter right there. This is a phone charger. I actually found out it's a wireless charger, so that works with my iPhone there. And then I have my GPS right there, of course, so I have really everything I need in this car. So Passenger seat, as you can see, great condition overall. Carpets are in great condition. I didn't put any all-weathers in there because it's mainly me in the car. Back seats, we're not going to go back there, but they're pretty much, this car is, no one's ever ridden this car. I mean, I'm still kind of surprised that I found this car even to this day, but that's all right. We'll pop the hood and go into the trunk, and yeah, that's about it for the LeSabre, guys. Not a whole lot's going on with the car. It's a very smooth car. It's just a pleasure to drive. There's the old tires in the back. I had them save them just in case I want to put those back on in the spring. I probably won't, but I want to have that security just in case I don't want to spend the money. I was actually throwing back the idea of getting rid of this car about a month ago, but I think I'm just going to hold on to it for a while. I mean, I've looked at it quite a few in the past month, and nothing's as solid as this, so I'll probably just hold on to this. If you saw my Instagram, that's what that was all about. 3800 motor, it's doing good. The struts are weak on cold days. It's still cold today, which is weird. I don't know why they're holding, but it is what it is. They work. 205 horsepower, 230 pound-feet of torque. It's got good power, but it's not gonna blow you away. It'll smoke that piece of shit right there. But otherwise, guys, there's the Buick LeSabre update. And as usual, guys, I'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you all later.